Starting off with a Momoko book. Star Wars Visions Peach Momoko, issue number 1, The Virgin 1 in 100. And I am not a fan. Not a fan.
Caca! Caca!
Okay, two things. First, I'm in love with the Almost 10 this week. But
Yes.
two, I don't understand. First of all, how did Peach Momoko get her name on a Star Wars title? Like it's actually part of the title. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, okay, great. She wrote it and she drew it. Okay, well, that's fine, but it's not, it's not Alex Ross Marvels. It's just the Marvels. Like, I mean, or whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's not, I don't understand how she could get her name on a Star Wars book, but she did. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Like, I feel like,
say, what is that?
It's caca!
I keep looking at the thing above the person's head, and I think that's the head, and it's got like a star sticking out of their head, but that's not the head. The head's below, and it's just
like
really
a chocolate
confusing.
starfish to me.
Yeah, it's so I can't figure it out.
Yeah, that is Jedi sausage. Yeah, JC Comics stuff says it's Jedi sausage. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It definitely looks like Jedi sausage. Do we want to know what's in the sausage? Momoko sausage? No, we don't. Yeah. Oh God, that is rough, man. That is rough.
But it is selling for 110 to 100 and a quarter. So
there we go.
Somebody must want it.
Somebody's out there going, "Wow! Oh my God! Is that the peach one? I gotta have it."
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, "Okay."
Yeah.
$100.
Ryan says, "What was she thinking?" I don't know. But there's people out there that love this art. There's people out there that adore this and buy every Momoko cover, no matter how good they think it is. So, and I agree. Alex Ross,
Tom, right? It's because of Comic Tom.
It's because of something. I don't know.
Draw another one, Peach.
Yeah. Moving on the next Almost 10 book, Bomb Queen versus Hack Slash, issue number 1. Two great famous TNA characters. Bomb Queen, probably the ultimate TNA character of the early 2000s. Some of that Bomb Queen stuff was absolutely make people blush nowadays compared to the, some of the craziness we're seeing even nowadays. Bomb Queen stuff will make you blush, but I've never heard of this one. This was a one-shot from Shadowline and Image right here.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I've never even, apparently this must have been when I was out of comics, because I don't even know who Bomb Queen is, so.
What the fuck is that?
Valentino, right? Jim Valentino.
Is that a horse?
It's a horse and a cat.
Bro.
Actually, I have no idea what it is. Yeah. But yeah, this sold for $25 this week. So it's another one of those weird Hack Slash books that,
bro, people that are buying that shit, dude, put them on the fucking put a sign out in front of their house, bro.
Igor Volkov says, Brian, how high would you have to be to actually like that Momoko cover? I don't think there is enough indica out there for that, my friend. I don't think there is. But
yeah, better Ray, Bill.
Jeez. Yeah, Shadowline is Jim Valentino's imprint at Image. So shout out to Zabit for that one. Great call. Interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Tony. It is. She is swinging a lit bomb that's attached to a chain.
It's awesome,
like, dude. Is she gonna blow herself up? Like what?
That's great, dude. How much did this sell for?
$25.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
2011. All right, next on the Almost 10. This is an interesting one too. Night Drive. A self-published comic from 1984 by Richard Sala. This is Richard Sala's first published work, and for those of you who don't know, Richard Sala is I guess a famous artiste.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's Beavis and Butthead, bro.
That's what I thought too. Oh my gosh. I thought the same thing.
Fire.
Yeah, Richard Sala it says here, Richard Sala grew up with a fascination for musty old museums, dusty old libraries, cluttered antique shops, narrow alleyways, hidden truths, double meanings, sinister secrets, and spooky old houses. He has written and drawn a number of unusual graphic novels and has provided illustrations for a variety of clients all over the world. His books include The Hidden Delphine, Cat Burglar Black, The Bloody Cardinal, Violent Girls, Violenza, and Other Deadly Amusements. So famous underground artists, I imagine. If there's anybody in the chat that's a Richard Sala fan, let us know. This is a pretty big first appearance right here that even though I don't know too much of the artist, we're going to have to add to the Beyond Wednesday's Creator First list on this one.
Yeah. And this guy's been dead for a while. So I'm guessing. So the copy that sold this week, he signed on the first page.
Yep.
And I'm guessing that maybe his signature may be very difficult to get, because this thing sold raw for $2,000.
It's pretty tough to get right now too, because he's dead.
That's how he signed him right there too. Those of you guys that want to know, he put a little skull in there on the first page. 1984, this came out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Apparently he doesn't quite understand, like, I don't know, central noses or something, because they're like, everybody's like leaning to the side.
Here's some more Richard Sala art for these you guys that might want to check it out. This is a lot of Richard Sala stuff. Much beloved underground artist. So, very interesting. Very interesting.
Pass.
How much did this sell for again?
$2,000.
Wow. Well, if you guys think that's crazy, how about another beloved artist and his art book? Now, this one is beautiful. Prohibited, the hardcover, Volume 1 by Louis Royo, put out by Heavy Metal Press in 2003.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. This I've never heard of Luis Royo. I've never heard of this book. There's like 3 or 4 volumes of this, right?
Yeah.
Bryan?
Here's Volume 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where's Volume 1? Go to Volume 1, Bryan.
Here's Volume 3. We were just looking at Volume 1. This is Volume 3. And then, of course, here's Volume 1, the one we're looking at right now.
Hey, bro, this artist is badass, bro.
Right? Beautiful cover.
I mean, it looks like,
Is
like
he alive? Is he alive?
I think he might have passed too, but I could be wrong on that one.
Dude, I
Could be
hope he
wrong.
didn't die, dude. That's a bad motherfucker right there,
Yeah.
dude.
Luis Royo. No, he's still alive.
Okay.
69.
69 years old. There we
Yeah,
go.
Perillo ain't got nothing on roll, bro.
Well, this guy is a old school. Is he an old school heavy metal artist? I'd imagine, because this is a heavy metal publication. So,
Bro, that looks like Natalie Portman, bro.
beautiful, beautiful art, in my opinion, on this one. Way better than Momoko, in my opinion.
That's better than the peach cover.
Yeah. Royo was Perillo before Perillo existed. That says keep it thorough. Speaking of Perillo and Carla Cohen, I need to make a message soon.
I told you, get your money back, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
We'll
take
see.
care of it for you if you want me to.
How much did this one sell for, Stein?
Same thing. Signed copy on the first interior page. This one sold for $200. I think cover price on this was $12 or something like that. So if you want one unsigned, you could probably get it I don't know, $25 maybe, $30.
Unreal. There you go. Moving on, next on the Almost 10, Macabre, issue number 1 by Antarctic Press from 2013. Richard Moore's Macabre.
Have you ever seen this one before?
No, but those zombies are pretty crazy looking, man.
Yeah, that's why I say that for whatever reason, the books I was finding this week were just like crazy. Like, I'm like, I've never seen this one before. I've never seen this one before. Yeah,
Cool art, man.
yeah, this one. You said this was Antarctic Press.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
2013. Okay,
Yeah.
so not like their old stuff, right? Like this is probably like their newer.
That's a great question. I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, like some of their stuff from like way earlier is like impossible to find.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wouldn't think that this one would be as impossible because it's a little bit more current. But I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it is really hard to find. This one sold a VF copy, sold for $40. So it's not cheap by any stretch, but it's another one of those. I think if you were like looking through back issue bins, one, you wouldn't be like, hey, I'm going to go look for Macabre in the M section. But I feel like it would be one that if you saw it, you'd be like, and if it said $3 or something on it, you'd be like, I probably should buy that for $3.
Wow. That's nice. I would definitely pick that up if it was $5 or less in any long box without even knowing what it was. I'd pick it up. That's one of those books. So, all right. Next, Bob's Burger, issue number 1, the Devin Roth 1 in 25 from Dynamite back in 2014. This is the volume 1 of the series. This was the big book at the time. I remember this. Out of all those books that came out for issue 1, there's quite a few variants. This was the one everybody wanted.
Yeah, this one hit a crazy all-time high this week. A CGC 9.8 of this sold for $650.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And this was something that a lot of us spec'd on back in the day once Rick and Morty comics really blew up. It was like, what's going to be next in that kind of vein of art and, comic style. And Bob's Burger was one everybody was talking about. And shout out to shout out to Jesse James Comics, who was really big on these Bob's Burger stuff. I think he might have been the only one of the few shops that did variants for these. So
Cool.
very cool. All right, next on the list, Frozen, the second print of Frozen, I guess number 1 or no number, or from January of 2015.
Yeah, so this was like this might have been the first Joe book that did Disney. Is that right?
I believe so.
Yeah, so there was a first print and a second print. It's just a one shot, no number. The first print does not have the barcode on the front. So if you're looking and you're like, which one is it? The first print has the barcode on the back. Okay. Not that you guys are out there looking for Frozen books, but you might want to at least look in those kid books because a CGC 9.8 of this sold this week for $210, which is an all-time high.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And the first print 9.8s only sell for like 80 to 90. So the second print is much, much more expensive.
Very, very cool. All right, next. Oh, this is beautiful. WWE WrestleMania 2017 special number 1, the Jim Rugg 1 in 20 variant, the What If George the Animal Steel helped Macho Man win cover. What a great cover this is, man. Shout out to Jim Rugg.
Okay, so I grew up in the 80s, so I'm very, very familiar with Macho Man, George the Animal Steel. But I don't know if I'm the only one, but George the Animal Steel, his body hair makes me want to throw. Like I can't even look at it. Like I literally am like glancing and not looking at it because it's grossing me out. It's just so bad. And I wondered if it was like real, like, or did he like just take like black, like, I don't know, eye makeup or something and like brush it on all his hair to make it stand out worse. If anybody knows if that's like the real color of his hair, because it's gross.
I love how this looks so worn too.
Yeah, for sure. I love the way that they used the what if. That was really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, CGC 9.8 of this sold this week for 190.
Wow, that's cool.
I would
Great
tend to think a
covers.
1 in 20. Probably not that easy to get of this, right? I mean, this is like a one shot from a WWE book.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like that would be super heavily ordered.
Another Boom Studios book that I remember Jesse just having a ton of. I picked up a CGC 9.8 of the Macho Man at his shop. I think I paid like $20 for it. It graded. He was just selling them outright, you know.
No shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Dude, you made a killing on it because I think that one still holds the value, man. It's like
Yeah.
a couple $100, man.
Yeah. So most of these WWE or WWF, however you want to say it, books that Boom put out at the time are great, and some great variant covers. The Sting one from WonderCon is a great one. The Macho Man's a great one. I mean, there's a ton of them. So, and this one's a great one. Beautiful. All right, next, Vampirella issue number 10 from the 2001 Harris Comics series. This is the Alex Horley Classic variant, limited to 1,500. And if you guys thought there were some crazy covers on the Pandaverse thing that we were just Shanda the Panda, the Vampirella covers in this series are absolutely beautiful, man. I mean, they don't get much better, especially this issue. You got that Alex Horley one. You've got the A cover for this that is fan-frickin-tastic. Look at that.
Yeah, the Mayhew. It's yeah, and then there was a Panther is the other variant. And I don't remember who that cover artist was.
Isn't that Linsner? I think that might
It
be
looks like
Linsner.
Yeah, it looks like Lesnar.
But I don't see Linsner. Usually he puts his signature on there.
Yeah.
And I don't see it, but
look at just the covers for this run. I mean, look at these just the A covers. I mean, they're all great. 3's great. 2's great. 5 is great. 6 is great.
This was Mayhew at his absolute best.
Yes. I couldn't agree more. Look how great all these are. I mean, fantastic. The higher runs, you start getting some of the early Adam Hughes stuff, right? Isn't that Adam Hughes right there?
That's Amanda Connor. I know that.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, some of these are Amanda Connor. I mean, look at these are all, and they have variants on these too, right? A lot of these are variant covers. They have the variants too. I mean, just amazing variants in this run.
Yeah. Fun fact on that issue number 1.
There's the Bruce Timm.
On the issue number 1, with the wraparound cover, I do have the blue variant of that.
Yeah.
Is that the one I pressed for you, bro?
No, nobody's pressed it. I've still got it sitting here. It needs pressed badly, but it's numbered out of 100.
Wow.
Look at that.
Mama.
Ooh, I like the chromium one, dude. The J. Scott.
Oh, yeah. The Campbell.
Hell
yeah,
hollow.
bro.
Oh.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, look how great all these are. We're going to go over this Vampirella run on another show, because it's too good not to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Damn.
This one sold for 95, which it seems like that's not very much, but it was only selling, like, the prior sales were only like $30 or $40. But I will say that if you find these, you should probably buy, regardless of artist, you should probably buy them, because most of these, especially from the Harris run, were limited to either 1,000 or 1,500. So if you find any of these variants, they're not heavily printed,
Very
and they're
cool.
not easy to find.
No, that's for sure. Vampirella is a section of every comic shop you should be looking in. So, all right, next on the Almost 10, Shattered Earth, issue number 3 from Malibu, 1988. Now, is this like an early cover from a famous artist? What's going on here?
That is Jim Ballant.
Wow, look at that.
Yes. So I don't know how early this was I mean, I don't know if this is like one of his earliest. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's actually a pretty like, if you just ignore what kind of is your eyes are drawn to initially, if you kind of just look at the subject matter of it, like where she's crying because basically Earth is like, I mean, they got like multiple hurricanes going on. And,
Yeah, they got multiple Cat 5s out there, bro.
yeah, I mean, there's just like, I mean, like the whole Earth. I mean, it's kind of a, depressing cover. Like if you actually just get by the,
Bro,
you
that
know.
looked like the Atlantic this year, bro. With the hurricanes, man.
Yeah, I'd never seen this one before. But cool space cover. Shattered Earth, $40 is what this thing sold for. So, again, if these old Eternity, there's some really good cover art in a lot of those, a lot of Dave Stevens stuff. There's some really good stuff in some of those those publishers back then.
Well, speaking of Jim Ballant, I just had to add Jim Ballant to the Beyond Wednesday's Creators First list. I've got first work as Sergeant Rock, number 393. Now we just need to find out his first cover. So chat, we're working on the first Jim Ballant cover to add to the list tonight. So if you guys can figure it out, let me know. All right. Next on the Almost 10. I love this one. I don't know if we've talked about this before on the Almost 10, but this is so cool. We've talked about the Thrasher comic books. This is Thrasher Magazine, Volume 1, Number 1, from January of 1981, you guys. Super tough to come by, very tough to come by in high grade. I love this webpage because you can literally go through each, page and look at the whole comic or the whole magazine. Look at this. 1981, a copy sold for $1,000 this week on eBay, and not in high grade either. For Thrasher number 1, $1,000.
Man, when I was
Dogtown, bro.
I know when I was a kid. So this came out when I was 7. Man, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a skateboarder so bad. We took a trip when I was like 10, I think, to California, and man, we didn't in Ohio. Like we did not have vans at all, but we went to California, man. I got me some vans and I thought I was like the coolest like ever. But man, I could not skateboard for the life of me. I remember trying to go down a hill, man, and it just it was just tumbled all the way down the hill. Like I couldn't do it. It was just I didn't have the balance to do it.
Bro, I fell down so many times trying to skateboard, dude. Bro.
Oh man, I grew up skating. I even grew up. We used to even skate on those little banana boards to get better skating on the bigger boards. We'd skate on the banana boards. And then I remember the first time getting into skateboards, there was a skate shop right next to our arcade. There was a movie theater up the road, and next to the movie theater was a skateboard shop and an arcade. And the skateboard shop was called Bear Cover. And we used to go in there, and I would buy Garbage Pail Kids from there and fingerboards, and we'd get duct tape.
Oh, the fingerboards! I remember the fingerboards. Woo!
Yeah.
I remember my first board was a John Lucero board.
Oh, nice.
And I went on eBay, and that fucking board that I used to have is like $700. Where he's trying to like
pull out
the demons trying to break through.
Yep.
And that's because the board is used and fucked up, and I'm like, damn, so much for that shit.
So a shout out to our boy Blue Green Artifacts, who's just doing great jobs with the magazine information and getting deep into the magazine stuff. So I had to throw a couple magazines on here, and this is one of my all-time grails that I gotta find one sometime in the future. I'm hoping to pick one of these up eventually, but yeah, $1,000 raw for this, and that doesn't. The magazine stuff doesn't end there. How about this one? Blue Book Magazine, Volume 99, Number 1, from May of 1954, has the first U.S. James Bond appearance, which is the story Live and Let Die, and it's even got it on the cover. Look at that.
Hold it. Volume 99 in 1954?
Yep.
When did this come out? In like Abe Lincoln days?
A lot of those early magazines did, yeah.
Wow.
You know, 1800s. This sold, a copy of this sold raw for $404.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Is that a shark? Would that qualify for a
Looks
John
like a
Z shark
barracuda.
cover?
That's a barracuda.
Barracuda.
Yeah.
Is a barracuda a form of a shark?
It's a fish with teeth.
Well,
You don't remember
I figured
the,
it had teeth.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, is it like a species of shark?
I don't know. Who knows? It's scary looking, that's for sure, though. So
That might be the dumbest question I probably have ever asked, but that's okay. I'll ask it anyway.
Yeah. Well, I love this type of stuff. These are super cool. We always got to throw these cool things up there. I think a couple months ago we did the first. Who's the guy that did Scientology?
Oh, L. Ron Hubbard.
L. Ron Hubbard's first, professional work first working, something I think came up, and then the Stephen King one came up, and yeah, but this is super cool. $404 it sold for raw. So
see, I knew I would get crucified. It's not. I knew it was probably a really dumb question. Oh well.
It's a saltwater pike. Okay. All right. All right. Next we have Classic G.I. Joe, the trade paperback. This is number 15 of the trade paperback series. It collects issues 146 through 155, which are the final volumes of the Real American Hero Marvel series. And these Classic G.I. Joe trade paperbacks sell for good money. And this one sells for ridiculous money, $500+ raw for this book. Yeah. So, Joe is working on putting together his classic A Real American Hero G.I. Joe run.
Oh, almost done. Almost done.
Is there only a single printing of this trade?
I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you on that one, but I know they are rare because I used to look for them and could never find them.
I wonder if this came out in hardcover, if that's a hardcover or not.
No, this was a soft cover trade paperback. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. And it wasn't even in the greatest condition. You could tell it was red. So $510.75 it sold for with 46 bids.
So. 75 cents. That would have put me out. I'd be like, nope, can't do it.
Man, I was telling Ben like the issues like in the 120s, 130s, 140s, like some of the covers are just phenomenal, man. And I'm just like we never talk about some of these covers. The artwork was badass, and for a series that died out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they were bringing it.
Yep. So Patrick Hooper says, shout out to Big Clutch on the Duke 1 variant. So there we go. Shout out to our boy Big Clutch.